doing it.
Okay, I got the link copied.
Okay, here we go.
Yay! This is my favorite time.
Time to bust a lime, or time to bust a rhyme.
Time to bust some crime.
Time to lick a lime.
Yeah, that too. I'm gonna go post a link to the live video. Because you know what? It might not reach a lot of people because Facebook really doesn't like when you post YouTube links.
I've noticed we get no one to watch anymore. It seems like there might be a fix to this live stream thing.
There's you have to enter in the RMTTPPC code. That they've had that since it went off.
I wonder if we can fix it.
I don't think it's the same still, unfortunately. But we could look into it. But yeah, there's like a way to like do some computer coding. Maybe we can ask AI to do it for us.
I don't know.
Whoa. We got a flood of comments already in here.
Yeah, everybody's like ready to go.
Boom.
Yeet.
Holler. 17 viewers from none to nothing. That's a lot.
From nothing to something.
Something.
I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys enjoy the shout out.
Alan said he was going to forget. I told him to set an alarm.
Randy Dyke, my favorite cow man. He's a cattle man, Tom.
He's a cattle man. What does it take to be a cattle man?
Cattle.
I know. Do you have to like raise them or like
twig and berries?
What's that?
Male genitalia. That helps.
Yeah. It sounds like a job that would have a hat. I'm gonna say probably
Randy, you got a hat, don't you?
Oh, of course he's got a hat. He was making Millie Club logo hats even.
He's in Tennessee and he owns a bomb knife collection. Of course he's got a hat.
Yeah.
Asherwood's here. What's up, James?
Oh, did you see his post was it yesterday maybe, of all the shamans?
With the shaman collection and his toes? Yes.
Of all, what I understand is that's all of them. That's all of them that they've made. He's got them all. He's got the full setup.
Man, that's awesome. Congratulations, James. That's really cool. I know. At one point I had every blade steel from Spyderco in the PM2, and that left out a lot of duplicates and stuff. Like I didn't have any camos, but I had every blade steel, and that felt like a big accomplishment. It was just something that I set for myself, but that wasn't every one of them. So nice job.
I did that with the Para 3 because I missed the boat on the PM2 collecting all of them because I wasn't about to go back and spend $600 on a 20 CV or a 20 CV, whatever it was.
I don't even know what a Bayou shooter is anymore. It's got to be more.
I don't know. Ask Bader. He's probably got the only one. But I had all the Para 3s, and it was expensive little thing to do, but I got up to like 20 and I fell apart around 20, but I had them all until then.
Yeah. Well, everybody, thanks for joining. I'm Jason. That's Tom. We're Finger Flicked in Box. We're here today in celebration of the 7th anniversary of the Millie Club, formerly known as the Millie PM2 Para 3 Club.
The Spyderco Millie PM2.
Yes, thank you, Tom. We did have a name change last year, and yeah, it's bigger and better than ever. It's been a wild ride, and I have to say that the amount of change in the group has been surprising. I was thinking today about what to talk about today, and the transition through the years has been really crazy. Like the feel of the group in 2018 was wildly different than it is now.
It really was. We're different people. We might be experiencing it different, but what's happening, it's evolved dramatically. I will definitely agree. It's not the same place by any means.
Back then, like a really hot topic was, if I'm starting out, should I get a Manix 2 or should I get a PM2? And like 50% of the posts were about that. And then S110V, like, how do I sharpen it? There was a lot of conversation around that. And then I remember Paul Manning.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be one of the big superstars of the Spyderco world. And at the time, like his favorite knife was a lightweight Manix 2 in 110V. And I bet that guy sold half of them because he was always showing it off and always talking about it. And yeah, now we're in a world where, you know, we're talking all the time about, I don't know,
15V a little bit lately 15V.
15V a little bit, sure. We're talking more about Shaman versus Bodacious, I guess.
A
And
lot of like auxiliary, I mean, other than the off-topic stuff, which is obviously part of the club, but like a lot of like sharpening and non-directly simple questions, I guess. There's a lot more diversity among the questions and stuff, and I don't
I
have to
think,
answer the same questions over and over again anymore.
yeah, it feels to me like there's a lot less Seki City conversation going on now than there was 8 years ago, 7 years ago.
Yeah, that's
Um,
for sure.
people still buy them, and there's nothing wrong with them, but there's less arguing about it, which tells me that we kind of reached a consensus maybe.
That's because they've really only introduced like the Andela to that lineup basically the last 10 years. That's been successful and stayed around.
Very true.
Yeah.
Patrick Bryan points out that toes have made a I don't know what to call it, like they're kicking the door down. Maybe there's a lot of toes now in the knife community. There wasn't before. I have to tell you that I'm really only interested in 3% of your toes, not the other 97% of you that seem to share your toes more. Anyway, I don't understand it. I can't explain it, but toes get clicks.
Toes, they do.
They get clicks.
Blake
Vartanian happens to own every Seki K390, I believe.
There we go. One thing, we've definitely matured. Like, not saying that the group is always drama free, but it seems like that's not as much of, it's much calmer than it used to be. A lot less like people freaking out because they miss drops, and people, just a lot of like anxiety that would be poured into posts about like, I missed this and now the end of the world, and now I'll never get that knife again, and it'll never be possible for me to be a Spyderco collector anymore.
There's definitely a lot less FOMO this year than there has been in the past, but it feels like there's been a lot less exclusive drops too.
There's been a lot less exclusives. The market's really just been, what's been keeping the hype of Spyderco alive is 15V for a while, because that's been like the cool knives that they've been introducing, which is totally fine. It's just not been dealer exclusive, so people haven't been chasing drop to drop to drop when these sprints are pretty readily available. They made a lot of them.
Yep. I've noticed that the scammer content has, like the domestic scam. I miss the days when Tom and I would look at our applications and we would like prejudge the hell out of anybody from South Carolina. If you were from South Carolina or London, Kentucky, you probably didn't get in because we knew that you were either likes to fight guy or you were a scammer. And back then, scammer meant they would take your money, but they wouldn't ship the knife. Nowadays, scammer is a totally different thing. And now it's international. It's a lot more sinister. It's harder to sniff out. But I feel like that international component wasn't there 7 years ago like it is now. It's just crazy. I mean, we're still having to deny, I don't know, 80-90% of the people that apply to join the group because you can't trust the profile. And that's a big change that we had to pivot on a couple years ago.
The scammers that used to be the Nicholas Gazettas of the back in the days, they were just like a dude where you usually could look at their profile and be like, why would you send money to a person who appears to be like they're not going to do wise things with it? Just to say that.
Like, yeah, I mean, like the Jimmy Lovejoys of the world, God bless them. Bless their little hearts. And just sort of gone. Nick Gatesis, Colonel Nick Gatesis, kind of miss those days.
So today's scammer they're getting smarter. They're getting involved. They're figuring out things that are the red flags that would get you instantly booted. Today, there was a guy join the group, put up 3 posts in a day to get his points up, his engagement points. He put 2 posts up that were almost the same thing, worded differently.
Yeah.
And people were just like piling on, commenting, and making his engagement posts come up. They got caught in the spam filter. So he went to one of my posts and said, hey, Tom, can you approve my post? Which is like, kind of throws me off for a loop. Now I have scammers directly communicating with me, like in the group, like they're functioning and they're in there. And it's, I don't know. It's not just like someone threw a post up and they're hoping that someone bites on it. Like they're active and it's a business. And the guy was trying to scam for $125 on a 10V, and he had little like it's got a little lock stick, and it's missing this clip, so it's not perfect. Just like all these things to throw all of us off to get $125. And someone bid on it.
Right? They're justifying why the price is too good to be true.
Yes,
that's what that is.
Exactly. Yep. They're making it just like, oh, that's why it's not so good. Someone bid on it in a minute, and I immediately messaged them and said, abort. But that was weird.
My favorite is when they say they have a friend in the group, but then it doesn't have them as having any friends in the group. That's an automatic indicator right there.
Yeah.
My friend referred me. No, he didn't.
No.
If your friend referred you, it would say that you had a friend in the group. It's a pretty good idea, James. Grandma always said, don't buy from strangers on the internet. So, good idea. Well, Tom, in addition to, the changes in the society in general, and then the culture of the knife community, I think another big thing that's happened along the same lines is just the saturation of legitimately good knives from overseas. And I think 7 years ago, you could really make a case that knife from Asia wasn't as well made. And I don't think that's true anymore. I think it's very hard to make that argument. You can not like it, and you can pick bones with it, and you can, criticize it, but it's very difficult to say they're poorly built. So that's been completely eliminated. And for the buyer with a certain amount of money in their wallet to buy a knife, there's a lot more choices now than there were 7 years ago.
The designers working with people like Riot, Bestech, like Viros, Liang Ma's, Null Knives, those people of the world, together with their amazing designs, getting with these high tolerance manufacturing facilities that they're using, like it's a different game now. And remember the pre-order game that used to go on with all these Chinese knives when they started first getting good?
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that part has passed now that there's enough of them out there to satisfy the need. If you want to buy a nice high-end Riot made knife, that's not a problem anymore, is nice.
I think the other thing that's done, which is really the spirit of capitalism, is that it's caused the American manufacturers to have to really step their game up. You can't sit on your laurels and continue to make the same quality product for year in, year out and think that your customer base isn't going to catch on. So I'm watching lots of amazing innovation and amazing manufacturing quality coming out of the United States. And from time to time, we get posts in the group, usually from David Rains, asking about American makers and things like that. If you didn't know, David Rains runs a group called Team Knives, and I forget what the acronym is, right? What's the acronym?
I don't think I'm in that one. Team Knives?
Yeah, it's TEAM, and it's like, oh my goodness, now I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, the function of the group is to celebrate and lift up American knife makers. So we're seeing more and more of those. We're seeing prices come down. We're seeing competition there. Top end American made. Thanks, Blake. Yep. So if you want to explore that, there's even a niche for that now. Stay out of the case knives groups. Those are generally dangers. Also, the Spyderco buy sell trade groups, I'm told that a few of them are actually 100% managed by scammers. So the moderators and the admins will vouch for each other and vouch for sellers, and they're all in it together. They're all scamming together. So be careful.
Also, being a member of those groups also is a big red flag when you apply to our group. I'm not going to let you in if you're in a bunch of Spyderco buy sell trade groups.
Let's not give away all the secrets.
Oh. Scammers, they could be watching this. They're doing deep research now.
Yeah. Translating.
Yeah.
So what else should we talk about? It seems like Blade West came and went. I didn't see nearly as much content as we normally do, which is really surprising. I thought we'd see a lot more posts about it.
I saw some. It was mostly on the Instagram, though. I didn't see a lot in the group. I saw a lot of people posting stuff. I did talk to Mr. Lawfer because he was there, and he said the Spyderco big wigs weren't there, so that might have been some of the less excitement in the group. People didn't get to go meet Eric or anything. Yeah, Blade West it's cool. I'm glad it exists. It used to be in Portland, and I definitely went to it as much as I could when I was here. But it definitely gets overshadowed in our little world. Maybe people just don't feel as excited to post about it since we're not there posting about it too. I don't know.
Let's hope that's the case and that attendance was good. It's good for the industry when people are excited about the hobby, right? So
exactly.
Don't want to see that fall off. Looks like CCKS is coming up soon. That means Nashville show's coming soon. And then Kentucky Customs coming soon. And I think New York Custom, isn't that in the fall? It's not in the spring. So New York Customs probably coming up.
New York is. There's 2 CCKSs, right? I'm not sure where New York is. I just know CCKS because Bill always brings some fire to that show.
He's bringing the heat. I told him instead of putting C's on his knives, he should put a K's. He liked that. Maybe you don't want 3 Ks on a knife. I'm thinking about it.
I thought it said CCKS. At first I thought it was CCKS, but it was just the C's.
Oh, looks like New York Custom is in February. Dave Greco's here. What's up, Dave? He'll be at New York. Brian Roden's here. Brian, how you feeling, man? Brian had to go back in the hospital. Hopefully he's home now. Yeah, SHOT Show is 50 times bigger than Blade West. There's no question. It's an enormous show, but SHOT Show is not that easy to vend at, and also it's a gun show. So it's guns and accessories, and if knives are accessories to guns, then so be it. But there's a lot of people that enjoy knives that don't necessarily enjoy guns. So it's kind of different. The gun industry is a lot bigger than the knife industry, for sure.
That and the industry you got to be in the industry to go to the show. You can't just be like Blade Show when you be like, I like knives. Can I come to the show? SHOT Show, you got to like get in and have a reason to be there.
Yeah, it's a custom show. Don't go to a custom show unless you like customs. It's a custom show. Last year I only bought a pen.
I think custom knives are awesome. I think custom knives are really cool, and I like playing with them. But I can't afford them, so I don't go to a lot of custom knife shows. So I went to California Custom Knife Show. Was my first one I went to with Jake Wright. Back in the day, I went and stayed at Jake's house, and we went to CCKS, and I went into that room thinking like, I'm into Spyderco's. People probably know me. Some people know me. No, those people were all there bidding on $30,000 RJ Martins and like the craziest shit. It's a different world. It's a different world, part of our culture, but it's separate. It's separate from our little Spyderco world for sure.
Yep, no doubt. So our friend Chris Ortiz finally dropped his knife today, Tom. Dropped his new folder and
sold out. A lot left, right? You can go to the website and buy a couple right now.
No, it sold out in like 5 seconds, I'm told.
Oh.
For some reason, he doesn't believe that people will buy these things.
That sounds like a Chris thing to say.
Doesn't that sound like a Chris thing? I think being scared keeps you hungry, right?
That's true.
I'm going to shout these out, even though I shouldn't, because I don't want you guys competing with me for a knife. But we're going to look at these here. Share. So this is called the Aurelius, and Chris designed this himself with partnership with his friend Alex, and basically built these all 100% in SoCal, other than probably the screws and the thumb stud. These are made by Chris and Alex, and as you can see, sold out. This is the only picture we had. There you go. So just a beautiful titanium frame lock knife, 3.4-inch blade length. Looks like he tried S60V to start out. And Tom, this is a milled blade. but he's got a tumble on there, so you can barely make out the lines.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I was wondering. Oh, there you go.
Isn't that
It
good
looks
looking?
ground. Yeah.
Beautiful plunge. So he and Alex probably spent a year just figuring out how to do the plunge, make it look good. One thing I love about Chris's designs is they're always so good in hand. They're always very comfortable. He's really thoughtful about the knife being beautiful, open and closed. And I just couldn't be happier for the guy. He started out making scales, and now he's making knives. There we go. There's a back shot. His pocket clip is gorgeous. Just a beautiful knife. The pinstriping looks great.
How many did he have today? Just, I'm sure it's a handful, right?
It was just a handful. It wasn't very many, sort of a proof of concept, I guess. And the pivot was available in red or white.
That red looks pretty cool. That's a good touch.
On Tuesday or something, I talked to him on the phone, and he sent me some photos and said, it looks a little stark. Like, what can I do to color it? And I suggested that maybe he take the thumb studs and the screws and ano them. And I like this solution better. Just doing the pivot looks pretty good. So someday I'll get one of these. But congratulations to Chris. We'll try to get him on the show someday. Chris is he's funny. He doesn't want to do any publicity until he makes it. So he's very much like when I finally get it going, I'll talk about it.
So I asked him the other day. We're nearing that time. First time we asked this, it was waiting for this. Now this is out.
I'm a little pissed off that he didn't send out the sample like he said he would. He was going to mail around one for people to check out, and I was just going to not return it. But maybe he heard me say that out loud. I don't know. Yeah, rumor has it he's going to do some purple. So we'll have to find a way for Seth to get one. I know usually Seth doesn't need any help. Somebody's looking out for him.
Having a signature color does help you score knives. I will say that.
Yeah, it does.
Everyone, when they hear purple, they think of Seth.
It wasn't that long ago that Chris was making scales for knives. These are among the best scales I've ever owned on a knife. And as far as G10 goes, they are the best. And
yeah,
I wish I'd ordered more of these when they were available. But yeah, just fantastic. Aurelius, like Lorgar. Between this and Chavez Ultramar, I'm convinced the coolest knife makers are Warhammer 40K fans. I don't understand anything in this post here.
What's crazy is I do, but I don't at the same time. I understand exactly what he's talking about.
This reminds me of that scene in Ghostbusters when Vince is running through the history of Gozer, and he keeps talking about like all the different demigods and the way they would slew each other.
Okay.
You remember what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Original Ghostbusters, no. If it was Ghostbusters 2, I'd be all up on there.
How did I know? How did I know?
Of course.
Did Tom see the good one? No.
No, I saw the South Park that talked about Warhammer 40K, though, so I know what he's talking about.
Kid's gonna make it. That's normal for me, fellas. Just ignore my insane ramblings. It's all right. You can be a Warhammer guy. We would just wish we were. There was a Marcus Aurelius in Gladiator. Yep. That might be the Aurelius, actually. How come you can never find what you're looking for when you're looking for it, Tom?
Because the added tension makes it impossible. Your phone senses it.
Is that what it is?
Your phone knows you want this. Well, I'm gonna make it like on a tab. You don't even know where it's at.
Yeah, screw what you want.
Yeah.
Anyway, can't find it. moving on.
Got my usual. Got my handy. My AWT. That's one thing that has
Kendra's here.
That's changed a lot in the last 7 years.
Yeah.
Is customizing knives is not just like that's a cool idea to like everyone has like many of them. It's like just standard issue now. Of course you have a custom knife.
Yeah. It used to be that you and I could like cause a stir by posting a customized knife, especially if it was an exclusive.
Yeah.
Remember the first time you took apart an avocado Para 3 and you put scales on it? It broke the internet.
I did it on an FFIB live stream.
Yep.
And it was like watched like as much as this one is being right now. It was like people were like, oh my god, it's gonna break the pivot screw loose. Oh my god, the fucking blue Loctite. Oh, it's not worth anything anymore.
The world doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that video, making that video is the reason that I will never be able to sell this. Is because I'm like, this was just customizing this was too much fun. It was a novelty at the time, which can't repeat now. It's not the same.
Has it cracked yet?
Has what cracked? Oh, the blade.
What cracked?
Just by the spidey hole. Just
okay.
From the spidey hole to the edge, but it's still holding on. So he's still holding on.
Well, they've made 50,000 knives using 204P, and 7 of them have cracked. So we have to lose our minds, right? That's how that works.
Yeah. Spyderco in this case went from we can only make 419 of these Para 3 blades on 204P without the rest of them being seconds to let's make 3,000 of the PM2s with the same blade coating.
So this is a good question. Tom, I'm sure you've never watched a John Wick movie. If you have, you've only seen the newest one.
No, opposite.
You saw the first one?
I only seen like the original.
I can't say they get better, but they're just as enjoyable with each successive one.
I'm sure I would enjoy them. They're on my list of things to do at some point for sure.
I don't know that he's a Spyderco guy. Respectfully, it feels like he's kind of a combat Troodon kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like...
Or a 24-inch Cold Steel.
What about like a Civilian, though? Or something like that?
Civilian would be sweet. He's definitely not a shaman guy. He would never carry a shaman.
A Pakal.
A Pakal?
That would be a deep pull.
Gross. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Deep pull.
He might rock a what's the one that's bigger than a police? I can't remember the name of it now.
An Admiral? I don't know.
No, there's one that's even bigger than a police. I might carry that one.
I didn't actually think there was one bigger than a police. Now I'm intrigued.
He seems like an auto guy, but I could be wrong. Or he might be a Balisong guy.
I could see Balisong going with that aesthetic a little bit.
Like, what if there were like 14 Korean gang members coming at him with bats, and he just goes.
What is it?
Around.
You have to refresh my memory. What is his typical method of dispatching of enemies? Is it his fists? Is it a gun? Is it a blade?
Well, as you know from movie 1, he used a pencil.
There you go.
I once killed a man with a pencil. A K2. Yes. Hey, good.
Yeah.
You're right. It would be a K2.
That's going to be the climax of him.
Bam.
Two hand unlock sticking the K2 to close it.
Yes. I need both hands to open my knife.
And that'll be in THX certified sound of the lock stick breaking open.
They'll drop in at 30 hertz as he opens it. Yeah, Randy thinks he's an auto guy. Seth says Civilian. Tatanka, that's what I was thinking of. Tatanka. Professor Eysterwood with the deep pull. It's called the Tatanka. Isn't that the word buffalo?
Is it?
I think Tatanka means buffalo. Janus song, sure.
That I've never handled a Janus song, and I kind of don't want to because the mythology of it's only been available in Asia until recently, forever, and it looks like crazy when you open it up and you can't even tell what's happening. I know if I got one, I'd be really disappointed in it, but it's really cool to watch on video now.
Well, I got to throw away this K2 because it's got fingerprints on the blade, Tom.
That's why you got those gloves, I
Can't
thought.
abide that. Yeah, somebody threw up a post recently about how somebody's using nitrile gloves for $39 knives, and I was like, it's not a thing. No, I've seen it. I'm like, okay.
I see people wearing nitrile gloves when they're holding knives, when they're selling knives sometimes. They're also the people that have sales posts where like the text is this long explaining the knife and how it's rare and how it's like it's a limited run and it's from this dealer, and it's just
sometimes it's a pain in the balls to get the right amount of Windex onto the ano to get the color back. So I appreciate the guy that wears the gloves for the video because he probably already cleaned it. He doesn't want to clean it again.
Yeah.
You know?
I just walk around with this in my pocket. This little chamois cloth. You can get the fingerprints off. I take a lot of knife pictures. Trust me. This works. It gets the fingerprints off real quick.
You should contact like Mighty Hanks and see if she can make you some boxers out of the chamois.
I feel like I've thrown that out there on the group and I suggested to the Hank makers like try this. This stuff is not quite durable enough, but it gets cut up because of cleaning edges with it. So
Chanel would do it. Chanel's down.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep. All right, we got some older people here. These guys have seen the movie. There'd be a training video of Keanu learning to reverse flick for the next movie. That's true. He could go see Joseph Vero and learn the 5-finger flick.
Yeah, Joseph, he's got good dexterity. Good, finger dexterity.
An XL Synapse would be a nice choice. You could do worse than that. Chonker. Did anyone else just lose respect from Tom because of the Hank?
Learn about it. I got it for days. I got them everywhere.
It's among the handiest part of my knife kit for sure. I've got all kinds of them in my little pouch here where I keep all my stones in. So this one gets cut into little pieces. You can see I've been cutting at it recently. But also, by the way, Tom, these make really good strops. When you're done with a knife on the stones, take this and lay it flat on your desk and just run your knife on it a couple times.
Yeah.
And your best score goes up.
Oh, weird.
Got some little ones to go in the clamps.
Yep.
If you're clamping a DLC knife.
You got to have those. This
one
gets used all the time.
It's like the best $11 you could spend.
That's
probably 3 years worth of deerskin Hank.
One of the things that keeps me excited to share info in the group is shit like this, is like teaching people that may have not seen another post or haven't been around long enough something that's like so simple that will like change the hobby for you and make everything easier. Chamois cloth. Fucking everything. I'm on my second $10 sheet in the last like 4 years.
Antimatter likes your advice.
Noise. It's so funny that I have sharpening videos up and I forget about it sometimes when I tell people stuff. This I sharpened for someone 3 or 4 days ago, and I did it on YouTube because I hadn't done it for a long time. Like, oh, I'll just record this on YouTube. And I forgot to tell them. And then they got back to me like the next day. It's like, oh, I watched you sharpen my knife. And I'm like, how did you do that? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was yours, huh?
Yeah, good thing I didn't screw it up or scratch it on video.
Dale Lane likes the advice.
It is great to use for clamping. I The clamps I have now, I use it especially on coated blades. It's very handy for coated blades.
Let's see. What else should we talk about, Tom?
We should
looking around my desk, looking, typically I got a pile of crap here I can talk about.
Have we talked about the giveaway or just mentioned it? Gosh,
we
haven't
yet. Oh, by the way,
plug some stuff.
Before we do, I bought a set of hardware from Rips Garage Tech for my Sliz Bowie, and I cannot tell you enough like how much better that knife is with it. It's insane. This is the original factory hardware with the T8.5, that kind of crap. Yeah. Man, that hardware is so much better.
That's good. Yeah, his Love stuff. Is it fit the same as like a PM2, or it's kind of snug to the screw in a little bit?
It's perfect. It's just they're perfect. The heads are perfect. They look better. The luster's better. They actually fit a T8 instead of being a T8.5. So you're not stripping it out. And I'm sorry, you got to take knives apart to clean them right and to sharpen them sometimes. It's just better to take it apart than it is to try to hide the handle from the stone. Or, if you're trying to clamp it, it's almost always better to clamp it on the flat. So, you want to be able to get it apart and not be afraid of it.
So I have 2 or 3 knives with Rips hardware, and I chose the knives that got those because I had a bunch of custom PM2s and Para 3s, and Steve sent me a bunch of sets of hardware to try out. And I'm like, well, I don't have a knife to build with it, and all my knives are build. So I was like, well, I'm just going to take a knife I don't like that much and put the hardware in it because I don't like this knife that much, and I'll just take it apart, whatever. I took this Para 3 apart, and I put Rips hardware in it, and it made it one of my best knives. It like changed the action. His tolerances that he uses for his thread pitch seem to be tighter than a typical screw, so shit doesn't back out. Stuff you screw in and it's snug. It's not as loose as stainless steel hardware from the factory is. So Rips hardware kicks ass.
Look how this blings out. Like, isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
And I had these handles specially treated with a special finish. I'm not going to out them as who did it, but the screws look so good against that gray of the handle. And then I even did a Rips clip. By the way, Tom, I talked him into it. He's going to make a slightly taller clip. So he's in process of doing that now. The clearance on this clip from the clip to the body of the knife is 85 thousandths. Mm-hmm. And it's just low enough that a lot of blue jeans don't fit under there well. And if you do cram it on your jeans, you end up bending the clip up. Yeah. So I talked him into getting a little more distance under there. So we've been working on that. And then we started talking about what to name them, like Slim and Husky, or Beavis and Butthead, or whatever. And then I said, how about Jason and Tom? And he laughed, but I don't think he's sold on it. I said, I think you're just going to need to go with regular and tall. And he goes, yeah, probably. But almost the idea of Jason and Tom being names of his clips, I thought that was pretty funny.
What would be kind of nice if he's in the process of doing that is if they made it a little bit taller, but also if the foot where it sits was not exactly at the same plane as where the tip is. You know what I mean? So it was, without bending it, if there was a little preloaded tension in the clip, is that even possible to machine something that way?
Yeah. In my opinion, it has enough tension though.
I guess I'm used to it because it always clicks on mine because it's sprung out a little bit probably.
Oh.
So I was trying to think of a way to get to stop clicking when he touches the scale from the tip.
Yeah. So if you choose Rips hardware, do you need a small amount of blue Loctite on the pivot? In my experience, having set up several hundred PM2s, if you want the action where it's smooth and it flick flops, you have to back out one of the pivot screws a little bit, like a 1/12 of a turn, just a tiny bit. And when you back it out a little bit, it won't stay there. So now you got to thread lock it to get it to stay put. And with his, you basically tighten them all down as tight as you can, and the knife works perfectly.
Not
it's
guaranteed it's going to solve every problem, but I've seen it solve a lot of shitty knives with lock stick and backing out screws and off center. Just all the things you think of, like, why can't I fix my knife? These screws just fit better.
especially if you use it on his titanium scales. It's perfect. Perfect.
Well, since today is the awesome 7th birthday, I was doing a lot of thinking about not what the group was like, not necessarily what the vibe of the industry was like, but like what was like with our lives. And our lives were a lot different 7 years ago. I was on a job site, on a construction job site, and I was like, I want to not be here. So I'm going to stay on my phone and talk to Jason all day long as much as I can.
I couldn't figure out how you were a project manager for a construction company and you could spend that much time talking on the internet. It was pretty wild.
It was very wild. It caught up to me eventually. But it was a different world. And I still need this. But I needed the group for my own mental health. I needed the group as a place for me to exist and to be able to share and talk and be open. And I needed that. And I still need it. I still use the group for that to this day. And I'm different place in my head now than I was then. But I like that we've created this atmosphere where other people also have a new home place to go to. But really, like, it was created a lot out of me, like, not being in a good place. Like, I needed something. And then this community developed around us and popped up. And it's been addictive to be in the group. Like, I check the group on my phone more than anything else I do on my phone. Like, I'm not sure what my screen time is on Facebook, but it's a lot. And a lot of times just opening it up and check my notifications and then go, oh, someone liked to post to mine. That's great. But it still is like, I check it all the time. I have to see what's going on. I have to know what's going on. It's my baby. It's the thing I'm the most proud of that I've had a part of creating. Like, I've built some really cool buildings, but I'm more proud of the fact that we've taken this group 7 years deep now.
Yeah, I remember in the beginning we had a couple of moments where it felt like the members were holding us hostage. Yeah. And it gave me a lot of anxiety because I fundamentally they disagreed with the way we were running the group. And these like 10 or 12 people would all get together and they'd come at you and I, and they would be really frankly kind of hostile, and they'd be like, hey man, we love it here too, and you're ruining this place. You have to change the way you're doing stuff. And you and I would you know, we'd put on our Tough Skins jeans. We'd put on our Tough Skins Husky fit with the patches in the knees, and we would get back to it, and we'd stand our ground, and we would say, hey, listen, man, admire my Husky jeans. I'm sorry, I'm just getting carried away here. We would have to hold our ground and go, listen, this is the direction we want to go, and this is the vision that we have, and this is the kind of group we want. And some people stayed and some people didn't. Some people came back and they were like, hey, you're right. And I'm grateful for the group we've built and the people that we have and the community we've been able to have. It's been wonderful.
Yeah, our community is also interesting because it's inspired other groups to happen because of that. Like, we got our group spun off of the Spyderco and Spyderco Knives group because we wanted our own thing. Then there's people in our group that are like, I want to have a native group, or I want a shaman group, or I want to be something not fun, and I want to be the no fucks group, and I want to be this group.
I think there was a time where you and I would get chippy about people spinning off, but now I couldn't be happier about it. Like, go for it.
Yeah.
God bless. I hope it make it, you know, and I'm glad for it. More Spyderco conversations, always good for the world. So have at it. I am probably my most grateful that I've ever felt in this community is that we managed to kill the zip tie trend. I think we managed to kill it, Tom. You just don't see it anymore.
I'm telling Nut and Fancy that you killed his baby.
Yeah. I mean, people used to argue about like what tool is best to file down the edge, so that it doesn't poke you. Like, what should you use? Should you use little
Oh, how
snippers?
do you
Like,
cut the zip tie
yeah.
off? Yeah.
How do you trim the zip tie down to the nub so that it doesn't stick up?
True that.
Yeah, but zip ties seem to have gone away. Really proud of that.
I see them pop up now, like randomly, like in a CRK group through a Spidey Hole modded Sabenza more often than I see them in our group.
The Fang, don't see a lot of Fangs. They're fine. I don't think it adds value to the knife to be able
to. The Fang / Karambit loop mods. Yeah. I'm not gonna disparage anyone's enjoyment of this hobby, but you usually see that on people who just join the group, and eventually those parts become not on their knife anymore. It seems like
they usually drive GTIs.
Yeah, usually GTIs.
Yeah,
like really cool ones.
No, not that kind. Will, I don't know what to tell you. People used to put zip ties on their Spidey holes so that they could get the Emerson action as they were pulling it out of their pocket to open Amazon packages. Lanyards, great call, T-Dub. Don't need a handle on my handle. I just don't need it. It's fine. But yeah, though, when people started collecting Scoopy loops and paying $1,200 for a bead made out of resin, it just got a little out of control, Singled out cat scratch.
I feel like I'm having, if I'm remembering a dream now, but this thing I think happened. Was there a post about someone making counterfeit beads recently in some group, and someone said that they didn't follow the bead directory guidelines of like what beads had been already taken or something weird like that?
Yeah, that happened.
Okay.
There was a time where I cared more about that than now. Like I really couldn't care about bead intellectual property theft. I'm sure someone out there can help legislate that, prosecute it, but not me.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not imagining that. I thought I saw that.
Not going to go down that road. So I'm going through my phone right now. I have a favorites gallery on my phone on my phone, of like all of us do. But
oh yeah,
I have 320 photos in there, and for a long time it just didn't get any bigger because I just didn't. I somehow managed to create. Somehow managed to create a picture for almost every occasion in the group, and among them, one of my favorites. Where is it? I found somebody with a zip tie knife and an appropriate car, and I stuck them together. And now it's gone, of course. But this might be my favorite zip tie knife. I think Travis Vanway posted that one first. I think that's where I got it, but that one's the most overdone.
What's that knife? Oh, is that the one with the Cobra hood thing?
Yeah, I don't remember what they call that one.
Oh, I can't remember. ATR.
At the ready. That's right. Tom drinking the root beer.
Holla, vanilla cream.
You know what I wish now? Here's what I wish for our hobby. I wish we could get quality, objective, fair, rational knife videos that don't have clickbait titles. Sensible. Like, one thing I really loved about Nick Shabazz, for sure, is that he never would review something that was given to him without telling you first that it was free. I think that's super important. And a lot of the people that create YouTube content are paid to do it. They're paid with free stuff, or they're paid in cash, homie, or whatever, but they're not objective. And then the clickbait titles kill me. And some of these guys are really good guys, but I can't watch their content because I can't get past the clickbait. And
is this the best knife ever?
Right.
No, it's just another YouTube video of.
Did Buck Knives ruin their legacy with this knife? No, they didn't. They've been making knives for 200 years. They're going to keep making knives, regardless of what you think of their knife. So that stuff, I wish that would go away. It obviously drives clicks, or people wouldn't do it. So
it obviously is necessary on our channel because we don't do that. And considering how many videos we have, clickbait title might bring in some more subscribers. I don't know, Jason.
Maybe we should try it.
I don't want to. I don't want to do it.
Tom comes out, question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't know. We should try it. I would like to see more objective content. I'd love to know where I can go to see a review of a knife that's objective beyond. And I do have to give a shout out to Pete from Cedric and Ada. I think he does a wonderful job of putting a little bit of real world use of the knife combined with a very standardized test combined with some laughs.
He's got the charisma to actually get me to watch a knife video.
He's very funny. Although his newest video is like way too much farm content before he got to the knife. There's a lot of farm content. Don't buy till you watch this. That's right.
And then when you buy, use the link in my bio.
So Dave, we have to love Spyderco, warts and all, right? But one thing that they don't do great is they don't do an amazing job of forecasting what will come. You really don't know what's coming until it shows up. So the dealers don't know. We don't know. It's just, one day you're looking around in the group and you see a brand new knife with a Collector Club number on it. And you go, oh man, I guess that's shipping. But hopefully we will. It'd be fun to see another one. I think the last one was the Rex 76, wasn't it?
Yes, I would. Rex 76. I can't think of any other ones that have been. Oh,
we need more warnings.
There's the Crucible one, and before that was Rex 76. Yeah.
Yeah, we need more warnies for sure.
Yep.
If you guys didn't know, the Wharncliffe PM2 is exclusive to Cutlery Shop, so we need some more of that.
I love it when people post things like, I need an M4 Wharncliffe from Bento Box Shop needs to release it or something like that. And it's like, well, those things aren't going to happen in that order because it's only going to come from one place. And no, you're not getting a Tonto that's not coming from Blade HQ ever.
Right. Hello, Fred. Hello, Fred. Help with Gadgets is here. Hi, Help. Looks like he's got a logo.
Help with Gadgets.
Maybe these guys are influencers. They just heard us talk about them. Para 3 Warney. Yes, please.
That would be cool.
That would be awesome.
It would look more intentional than the PM2, I want to say. I don't know. I guess I can see what it looks like. You just go like this, flip it up, your knife upside down. That's what it would look like.
Yeah, put a blade in backwards one day and you'll know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my new favorite type of podcast is the 17-minute podcast. So there's the minute like commercial and lead in, and then there's the 16 minutes of content. So those are pretty nice. Like in the time it takes me to take a shower, I can put my earbud in and I can listen to a current events podcast. And those are pretty cool. So I think there's room out there for somebody to make a little more brief content. For a long time, it's been true on YouTube that if you really want to get big views, your content needs to be less than 10 minutes. So, yeah, there's obviously room for that. The hard part is Tom and I don't script this and we don't have an agenda and we make it up as we go. So it definitely makes it hard to plan that. I do have a channel and I do my best to be objective and straightforward. Would love you guys to critique me and tell me how I can make things better. I'll tell you right now, I haven't watched your content, but honest and objective and straightforward is awesome. Figure out how to get good lighting on your stuff and then just stick to it. Like the regularity of it is important. If you put out content all the time on a regular basis, it will help you grow. If you only do it occasionally or sporadically like Tom and I do anymore, it doesn't help you grow. So just stick to it. Be genuine, be yourself, let people know who you are and a little bit of your personality. You don't have to tell them where you live and all that, but I think if you feel human, that helps you. Just being earnest and genuine, I think, is the way to win. What do you think, Tom?
I don't watch a lot of YouTube knife content. I haven't for 15 years. But when I did, the things that bothered me, I don't know if your content is completely opposite of this or the same, whatever, is when you're going to talk about a knife, show me the goddamn knife. I don't want to, I don't understand 8-minute long unboxing videos. I don't enjoy them. They don't tickle my fancy and make me on the edge of my seat. I just want to see the knife. I just want to get to the point. See
Yeah,
the knife.
I think unboxing needs to die. I don't want to see you open the package. And the funny thing is I've seen people do this. They open a U.S. postal package that was sent by a civilian, not a store, and you don't know what you're going to find in there. And guys will open the box and they're trying to do it one-handed because they're holding their phone, and it doesn't go so well. And then it's wrapped in nine rolls of tape, and you can't get it open. So, yeah, go ahead and strip it out there.
But yeah, getting to the point, getting stuff quick. I like I watch YouTube videos for like clothing reviews and fragrance reviews and stuff like that. I do a lot of skipping around and seeing how on YouTube this channel we do grow is usually because I post shorts. So if you are wanting to get some exposure, post some good shorts. Like I could post a video I've posted on Instagram that's 17 seconds long on this account, and I will get more followers from that 17-second clip than this FFIV will generate views wise. And I'm telling people to come here. This isn't going to get people to join my YouTube because we're on a live stream, but shorts get to a lot of people to give you a chance to get your face in front of a lot of new audiences that might be out there. So shorts are a great thing to do. Help with gadgets on YouTube. Tri-state EDC is entertaining. That's an impossible to convey thing. Be entertaining. Don't take it too seriously. I would think makes an enjoyable video for me to watch. Oop.
Well, guys, if you've been in the group, you know that Tom posted a link to a sign up for a giveaway. It is our 7th anniversary, and thank you to all the wonderful, amazing, incredible friends that we've built over the years, the stores and the makers and all that have contributed to the group and contributed to the giveaway. So in that post, there's a list of all the items that have been shared with us. And there's some really incredible stuff there. Let me try to make that a little bigger there. So River's Edge Cutlery has donated, GP Knives, DLT Trading, Cutlery Shop, Spyderco itself, Knife Joy, Knives Plus, Frayden, Vero, Indiana Knives, Lynch Northwest, Barclay CNC, National Knives, Rips Garage Tech, Smoky Mountain Knife Works, St. Nick's, Brian Brown Knives, Cerberus, KME, House of Blanks, Kunwu, an anonymous member, Max, Renago, Renegade. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Renegado is how I
Renegado. Thank you. Dave Greco, Sam Riggins. And guys, it's one thing for a store to donate, but for a member to donate, that's amazing. Thank you very much. Robert Rorty, Tim Newkirk, Michael Shoemaker, Tim Wynn, Kim Wynn. I know Kim. Eric Stanberry, Tom Moore, Jason Beatty, Dan Tan, Fuck Lee. Isn't this great? This is amazing.
It's a crazy list. And so I've been preparing this now for 2 or 3 weeks. I just put little teasers out there, and quite a few people got a hold of me and just donated with just simple me saying we're doing this. Something that I don't like doing so much in real life, but I don't mind in fake life, is in knife life, is asking for people for favors for this community. If I was working in construction, oh, we have a fundraising event when you donate money, I want to shoot myself before I'd ask anybody to donate money for something like that. This, not only is it fun to ask these people, like these dealers, like, do you want to donate? Because they're all super excited about it. It's like people thank me for asking them so they can be a part of this community and like give back. I had a lot of dealers say that this group is the best, but a lot of them say that we help them and they want to help us. And so to see that support from not only the members, but from dealers, from custom makers, and especially from Spyderco itself is so cool to me, that it's not uncomfortable to ask these people to play along with us, because we're having a great time and they're here to play with us. So,
and I can tell you for sure that if we were to do this and not tell Joseph Vero, he would jump on a plane and come beat our asses, because he wants to do these things. And I think that's true for many of the people on that list. They would feel insulted if they weren't asked to be a part of it. So
I kind of insulted somebody. I forgot to ask one person and they got back to me today and they were kind of insulted, actually.
Were they really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry. I'm sorry, but
sorry, it was a big list. I got caught up and I missed DMing somebody.
It wasn't deliberate, for sure. Like, we're grateful. Noticed. And we're grateful for anything that anybody wants to contribute. And we're not begging you, dear listener, to feel like you owe something. But if you want to contribute, we'd love to have it. As far as the shipping goes, I think Josh Haygood just asked in the comments about how it's going to ship. I would really rather if a store is going to donate something that they ship it directly, because if they ship it to me and then I ship it out, it's going to take longer. So I think what would probably be best is we'll collect the winners and then we'll get them to the source of the reward prize, and then they can ship it direct. We did it the other way in the past, and it was hard.
Yeah. I will coordinate all this. So if you win, or if you're a dealer or a donator, I will be involved in this the whole way through, and we'll make sure it gets to the right place. But I don't want to deal with all the shipping myself, having stuff sent here. So we'll make sure it's coordinated. And some of these prizes, I want to make sure that, like, it's a set of scales. I want to make sure that you have a knife that those scales can go on if there's two options to get you the right scales, kind of stuff.
So yeah, as always, we're grateful for the donations. We're grateful for the love. And honestly, none of this would be possible if it wasn't for you guys going to the stores and shopping there. And really, our only ask from you guys is, when you shop at any knife store, in the notes section of almost every internet order you've ever placed, there's a notes section. In the notes, write Millie Club. Say, Millie Club sent me. I'm in the Millie Club. Are you in the Millie Club? Join the Millie Club. I'm a Millbilly from the Millie Club. Say something to those effects so that they know how you got there. And what we want to do is, there's other stores out there that we've tried to connect with that we're not getting as far with, or they're very busy in their day and they're busy in their lives and they haven't seen a value in it. But if you guys communicate to them where you're from, it'll help.
It definitely does. Dealers see it. Even if they don't know what it is, they might have to look it up. They go, what's a Millie Club? And maybe they'll get involved.
Yeah. So we're gonna let the applications run for a couple days, and then we're gonna do a drawing win. Tom, do you want to do it on Thursday?
I was trying to confirm with you. I'm thinking Thursday, if you are available at this time on Thursday evening.
Yeah, Thursday's doable.
Okay, we'll do the drawing on Thursday. Good way to kick off a long weekend. Prizes going to Friday with a fresh knife in your mind. Win one. There's like 30 prizes. This is crazy.
It's a lot. That's great.
MPM2 Para 3 Club. I'm so glad I can just say Millie Club now and don't have to think about it anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely easier. The logo looks that neon light logo that's on the banner right now is so good.
It's pretty cool.
It's just simple.
Simple.
Question came up about 25 coins. The 24 coin came out in 25. It was late because I was late, but they're still in stock, and I'm not really super jazzed about doing another coin until we sell through those. So if you guys don't have a coin yet, now's your chance. There will
I
be a
will-
time. There will be a time very soon when you're going to regret not having one.
I will say there might be some left because at one point Jeff pulled them off the site for a promo with a knife, and he may have had ones left over and then put them back up. But I thought they were removed from sale at one point, and then he had to put them back up.
I'm going to look right now because I was under the impression they're still in stock. If they're sold,
I think
through,
they are.
then that's
I saw
news
that.
to me.
I saw that same post, but I was surprised they were back on the site because I thought they got pulled down at one point.
You're right. He did do a bundle at one point
with the Millie.
Yeah, and that could be what's left. So, Tom.
Yeah.
Check this out. I love that I have to click 19 pages to share. There we go. Share.
Are you sure? Are you allowing this access?
Yeah. So I just went on cutleryshop.com and I typed in Millie. He's got brass tags. He's got stickers. He has tokens. He's got old stickers. He's got hang tags. So these hang tags, by the way, we're never going to make these again. These flight tags say Millie PM2 Para 3 Club. So we got to get through those. We got some Rule 3s. Don't be a Karen. Mind your own. It's Rule 3, mind your own business, basically. We've got some Cutlery Shop tokens. Man, there's all kinds of swag on here. People are always asking, where do I get swag? There you go.
Click on that top one and open up the brass tag.
These brass tags are awesome. They hold up so well.
So if you guys want a piece of swag that not very many people have, go buy this, because for a long time, me, Jason, and the moderators were the only ones who had that. And then Jeff bought a few to make them available for sale.
Jeff would give them out. And the way he'd do it is he would reach out to Tom and I and go, hey, I noticed that one guy in the group. He seems like he posts a lot. Do you think he's tag worthy? And there were lots of times where Tom and I would be like, that guy's absolutely tag worthy, or that guy's a stiff. Don't give it to him. And so Jeff would give them as a gift. It's only recently that he's offered them for sale.
Yeah.
God, look how
some of those things where it's always awkward when people go, how'd you get that? And I want to say, like, you got to be cooler than you not posting enough.
Looks like we still have coins. Bam.
Man, you're getting a big order going.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's you guys, right. Listen, I don't want to give it all away here, but you're going to wish that you had this coin. Oh, if only I bought one.
If only, yeah. It's really cool. The finish is cool. The tiger's cool. The glow in the dark eyes are badass.
Not to keep washing Jeff's balls or anything, but we're not paid for this. And we don't pay him to sponsor that stuff. Like, he's coming out of his own pocket to sell swag for the group. And that's his inventory, right? He's buying it because he loves the group, because he loves supporting you guys and supporting the group. And he wants to be able to offer sweet stuff that you guys want to have. So that's how that stuff happens.
Yeah, but right now, swag wise, I'm not selling any swag. I did these. This was fun, but I'm not doing it again yet.
It was hard, wasn't it, Tom?
A lot of fucking work. It's a lot of work.
It's really hard to sell things when you don't have a store.
Yeah. Especially when they're like not little trinkets I can just have and then get rid of eventually, but they're sized and expensive.
You're not wrong, dude. I wish silver wasn't so expensive, but that would be pretty sweet. It would be really cool to make a real coin. All right, the GTI guy just requested to be part of the Facebook group. Hopefully I can change the stigma.
Okay, good.
Well, you do have a cat and a GTI, so it seems like you're Tom's like blood brother.
As long as you got Spyderco, I'm cool. Oh, I can show that. So, you know the survey, we always ask questions. One of these questions I asked was, what does FFIB stand for? I asked that. And I'm kind of disappointed everyone answered like the correct answer. No one wants to have fun with my fake answers. Only 5 people thought it was Foot Fantasy and Boots. Yeah, fingers
Hey, Cat Scratch, are you having trouble getting into knife groups? I can tell you why. Your profile is really sketchy. You need to, respectfully, you need to add more shit. You have one photo of a cat, and the cat looks like sleepy pissed, and then there's one cover photo. You need more stuff. Like in your name, Surge.
I have been doing.
It's a little sus, dude. If you didn't tell us right now that you were applying, we'd have a hard time letting you in. But right now, I'm going to approve you, and then you're welcome. Thank you for being a part of the group.
I have been doing that in the decline with comments lately. If it's someone who is like in a bunch of mutual groups or didn't answer the questions or have a sketchy profile, I will decline with comments now, because there is people out there that they just don't realize their internet footprint just doesn't is a little red flag.
I'm tempted to, but I don't want to tell the scammers how to get in.
That's true.
They learn and adapt, and they figure crap out. You are a member of so many knife groups, and the fact that you're we share 7 groups in common, that helps. But yeah, your profile just needs a little more going on. So Fred the Lug, you want to go to Facebook, and you want to go to groups, and you want to search for Spyderco Millie Club, and it should be at Spyderco Millie Club. Or there's several groups that sound like our group, and there's even a knockoff group that uses our old name. And then we even have a secret member who's a hero of mine that used our old name and created a like a placeholder so that others can't take it exactly the way that it was. So that's the thing. Yeah, it's called the Spyderco Millie Club. Looks like that. It's got a goofy banner. Tom took away the magical neon banner, and now we have 7th anniversary cake banner.
Just for today. It's special for today.
That's true.
Jason, when was the last time you sold a knife?
It's been a couple months.
But it's not been forever. It's not impossible, is it?
If you sell things people want that aren't super common, that don't get discounted deeply, then they sell. But the reality is that the hype and the free money from COVID that was driving this is gone. Inflation has happened, and cost of living has gone up, and disposable income is down. So people aren't buying on speculation, I think, is the big reason why the hype is down. So it used to be that you'd have guys that would buy 8 exclusives every time one would drop because they knew they could sell 7 of them and make money on them. And those days are over. So the speculators have kind of left the hobby, which ultimately, if you care about how much money you spend per knife, you should be happy right now. So it's what you call a buyer's market. There's more sellers than there are buyers, and that brings the prices down. But no, it's not impossible.
One of the things that frustrates me the most, and I don't say anything about it. I just sit there and go, sucks to be you, I guess, is when people adamantly complain and bitch and throw a big fit about how the secondary market is trash because they can't sell their knife that is overpriced and customized and not new and sharpened poorly for what they think it's worth.
I don't want to break it. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but sometimes your knife just isn't that precious. And just because you own it doesn't make it more precious. And I think a lot of people really get hung up about never losing money on a knife. And I think it's a waste of energy. You know, if you can buy a knife for $300 and then sell it for $270, and you got to carry it for 6 months. You got to play with it. And you got to flick and flop it, and you sell it for a $30 loss. What are you really out? You're out $300 until you sell it. When you sell it for $270, you're only out $30, and it's not a huge loss considering it's not new anymore. And I'm sorry you can't make a 40% profit on it, but you didn't buy the right kind of knife. So it is what it is.
If you're the type of person, and I get it, I sell stuff for a loss occasionally. Here's a piece of advice that long-term thinking is: next time you buy a knife, don't just go, that's cool, I want to buy it. Think about how easy is this going to be to sell. And I know it's a shitty way to think about this hobby, thinking about like, oh, why should I think about, I just want a cool knife. What does it matter if I can sell it? It matters if you can sell it, because let's say someone asked me the other day, this person, they may be watching, they watch often. This person has a large collection, and they just happen to suck up PM2s and Para 3s, even though they don't ever use them. They just keep on buying them. And they're always asking me, what can I sell? And then they shot me a message 3 days ago, and it was a Para 3 Salt saying, should I buy this? And I was like, no, you can't sell all the normal production stuff you have for a profit. And you don't like that feeling of not being able to move it sucks. So if that's something that you don't sure you're going to keep forever, think about the secondary market of like an S30V or S45VN PM2 or whatever is not going to sell for a premium. You're going to either keep it, like it, love it. It's a great knife, nothing wrong with it. But if you do try to sell it, you're going to take a hit. You're just going to take a hit. And you can't compare that to why is that M390 PM2 selling for more than it cost when it was new? Because it's limited production. So sometimes you have to think long-term and think of what's this going to be worth. The other thing I like is if you are trying to sell a knife, make it look as close to it did when you bought it as when you're selling it. So if you put a lynch clip on it, put the stock one back on, because not only is that lynch clip not adding value to the total price, it kind of, in my mind, this isn't for everybody, but in my mind, it's detracting from the value, because I know you've messed around with the screws. I know you've carried it. Like, you're more likely to have used it. It just presents more signs of like, I've been used, than if I see it, a stock knife, just doesn't have to say like new in box, just someone says, here's a knife.
That's a fantastic point, Tom. I'm 100% certain that no one wants to buy your customized knife. I don't care how cool it is. They don't want your custom knife. They want to customize their knife. So what you need to sell them is your stock knife, and you'll frankly make more money. You will make more money if you sell them your stock knife and then sell the upgrades. You're going to be able to move every part of it. But if you sell it all together, you're not going to do as well. Tom, that's actually rampant in the guitar world. Like, if you have a used Fender Strat that's worth $400, you can sell the body for $289. You can sell the pick guard for $120. You can sell the bridge for $80, and you can sell the neck for $300. It doesn't make sense,
yeah,
right? But the reality is there's dudes out there that want the parts, and you can make more money selling the parts than the guitar. So there's a whole industry of people that resell guitars.
So this knife, I had someone want to buy these scales. These are Aramis. Forgot what the name of the material is. Carbo quartz or no. Anyway, it's not made anymore like this. And a lot of times this material has a bunch of voids in it.
It's not a fat carbon.
It's not fat carbon. It's the other company that used to exist.
Okay.
But this stuff is perfect. There's no voids. There's no air bubbles. It's smooth. I've sanded it. These cost $185 or $195 to buy from Aramis when I bought them. Someone wanted to buy these scales. This knife is so dialed in that I don't want to take it apart. I did a pricing exercise, like, okay, what's this knife worth of all these parts? And it came out to be like almost $400, and that's selling the Maximate knife and hardware and stuff for cheap. The guy was like, no, I don't want that. I just want the scales. I'm like, yeah, I get that, but I don't want to take this apart. But I could do, if I wanted to sell these scales, I could sell these scales. That'd be easy. I could put factory scales back on this, and this one's patinaed and beat up. So I'm not going to make what I bought off of it, but I will make more than if I sold it just like this.
Yep.
Because someone wants these scales. someone wants a knife, chances of them wanting these exact scales on this exact knife for what I value it is not nearly as likely.
So for every one person that wants your knife, there's 10 people that want your scales on their knife.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Ryan for a minute. Ryan threw out a very rare, and I mean very rare, knife, and he wanted $500 for it. And people attacked him, and then they attacked me for not allowing them to attack him.
Usually comments.
The reality is that knife is super rare. I don't know that they made 300 of them.
No.
So for every completionist out there that wants every PM2, they got to come see Ryan, right? It's worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. And for every dickhead that had to scold Ryan and complain about how he's profiteering and how that's so unfair, it's like tough shit. It's not if you're not buying it, it's none of your business. Stop being an ogre. Stop being a Karen, and keep your mouth shut. It's none of your business.
I can't think of a more clear-cut example within the Spyderco collecting community than that exact knife as being a specific audience. And if it's not for you, then shut up. Nothing to do with it. That's fine. Like,
yes, it's not a black S30V PM2. He's not gouging anybody. He's seeking the fair market value. And $500 is not a lot to spend on an extremely rare Spyderco that you need to complete your collection. It just isn't. I've paid more than that 5 times for PM2s when they were super duper rare and I couldn't get them. It's just not that hard. I'd pay that today for a laminate. I had one years ago and I sold it. I really kind of want a laminate now because I got a laminate Manix and I love it. And I decided recently I want a laminate native and a laminate PM2 to go with it, and that would be pretty sweet. Then I'd have a little collection of the laminate blades. But I doubt they made 600 of those, and they made them 15 years ago. How many jerks took them apart? How many patinaed them? How many rubbed mustard on them? There's not many left that are still intact. So, that knife would be valuable to me. So it's my money. So for the guy, one founding principle of our group is that you need to mind your own business when it comes to sales. Mind your own business. No one's interested in hearing your ignorant input about what something should be worth. So if Ryan didn't sell it, I guess there wasn't a buyer at 500, and he figured out pretty quick that it didn't sell at 500. But we didn't need a bunch of Karens in there reminding everybody, hey, everybody should be aware this guy's trying to rip you off. No, he's not.
Oh, he threw it out for 500 before going even higher. I was laughed at, rightfully so. I was gonna say someone, I don't know if it was Ryan, if it was someone else, posted a Crucible for sale. I thought it was 450. It might have been 500. And I was deleting comments as fast as I could. And the person who was selling it put in the comments, "Thanks for the engagement boost," which was brilliant. Sold. And it was sold in like 10 minutes. And it sold for a lot of money. And it was like, great.
Kendra's got good taste. She knows.
That's right.
We used to live in a world where you mind your own business. And people that didn't mind their own business, they were not they were not treated well. And now we live in a world where everything around you encourages you to give your opinion, whether it's a restaurant review. And I've had it happen where I've typed something into Google Maps, Tom, and then a day and a half later, it'll go, "Hey, we see that you went to a thing. Do you want to tell us how it went?" Right? And when you're a nobody, when you're a loser, when you're a zero, when you're just a nobody, it feels good to be asked for your opinion. So now we're in a world where everybody's encouraged to give their opinions. And so I understand why it's happening, but as long as I'm alive, we're going to try to enforce a little old school here, and you're going to mind your business.
Well, Jason,
or find another group where you can be a Karen.
Jason, what you're not understanding is they're just trying to protect the new people in the hobby that don't know better.
If that were true, then I would probably give in. But what's usually true is that they don't know what they're talking about. Hey, Ryan, did any of them know what they were talking about? No, they didn't, right? The
I would
problem with
love
the
for someone to
internet,
throw
Will. The problem with the internet is nobody's afraid of getting punched in the mouth. It
Someone
is
should throw
envy.
up
It's
someone should
envy.
throw a laminate up for 700 tonight. Throw a laminate PM2 for 700 tonight, and take all the people who haven't been around this hobby for more than 5 years, watch their heads explode.
I got MF'd. I got MF'd one side from up one side and down the other for trying to sell a very rare PM2 for $350 once. The guy just cussed me out. And I said, this was made 10 years ago and they're never going to make any more. And it's a rare color. And it was a sprint run. And they just aren't going to make any more of these. And he was like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, well, wish you had looked into it before you decided to cuss me out. But yes, envy. We live in a world filled with envy. It's gross. It's disgusting. It's a terrible trait to have. Don't be envious of people around you.
Just a second.
Oh. Alexa, play Metallica. I used to be able to talk to Tom's Alexa and it would play stuff. Oh, he muted it. You muted it. You ruined my fun. And now you're muted. You're still muted.
My daughter, it was playing Metallica.
Sweet.
Yeah, don't worry, it worked. I know my daughter is playing K-pop Demon Hunters.
I guess that's the number one. That's the number one Halloween.
That's what she is.
Yeah.
K-pop Demon Hunters just started blasting on my Alexa.
This is the most ridiculous guitar I own, Tom.
I'm not
even going to tell you what it costs. This is ridiculous. It's the replica of the Eddie Van Halen, right?
Yeah.
And they even replicated it down to the switch doesn't work and the pickup doesn't work. It's just one pickup and it's got one volume knob and it's got this crappy paint job on it. That's actually kind of crappy. Like, you hear that?
Yeah.
That's the sound of the bridge sticking to the guitar. So it's just like Eddie's, right? And it doesn't have a back plate on it because why would you want that? Fuck that. And then it's kind of worn through here and the neck's all dirty. Like Eddie's been sweating on it for 10 years. This thing is just awesome.
What company makes that?
So before he died, he started EVH Guitars, and then he licenses the brand through Fender. And Fender builds it.
Okay.
Yeah, back in the day, we used to be able to say, Alexa, play a loud fart.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa, how come you used to be able to play a fart, but now you don't play farts anymore?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Because remember, like, you'd always do this and then say, if you want the premium fart package, you got to pay up the big bucks for the app to get exclusive access to the good sound of farts.
I should have said, Alexa, I authorize you to buy farts.
Oh, good. Alexa, stop. Just chill.
If I could rip Eruption, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be practicing all day. Part of the privilege of being 48 is you can buy whatever you want. Like, your whole life, you wish that you could play like Eddie Van Halen, and you wish you had that striped guitar, and you dream about maybe striping your own guitar, but you don't want to ruin it. So you, every time you go get some bicycle tape and some spray paint, you stop and you go, no, I don't want to ruin my guitar. So you don't do it. And then you turn 48 and you have disposable income and 48 months, no interest. And you go, for $40 a month, can I have this? I could have it. I could cancel my Nature Box subscription and I could afford a striped
Nature Box
guitar, right? And it's just like, man, it sells itself at that point. Thanks, Jason. I have Metallica played in my bedroom. have access to adult money, but the inner child has his hands on the wheel. I recommend having one unaffordable hobby at a time. If you're going to be a guitarist and you want to collect knives, then you're going to have to stop with the guitars. And if you kind of stop buying knives, you can buy more guitars. That's my best advice.
I think it's really funny only in a knife group would this be the acceptable response is, I could buy a Glock for that much money. Like, why is a gun purchase like the default measure of how many knives something is worth to me? It seems like is like, how many handguns can I buy with this knife? It always seems like the equivalency. It's never like, I could go on a vacation to Hawaii with that much. No, it's like, how many guns can I buy?
Glocks are boring as shit. How many Glocks do you want?
All
Buy
of
one
them.
Glock and you're good. Nobody buys 5 Glocks ever. Unless you
Well,
spray
a lot
paint
of people
different
do.
colors.
A lot of people buy 5 Glocks. I don't know
No,
why,
they don't.
but a lot of people do.
No, they don't.
They're like peanut butter color and like another brownish color.
There's a certain percentage of bros out there that measure things in the cost of spec on silver, and then or they measure it on the cost of 50 rounds of 9mm, you know, and they'll go, well, I can buy a case of 9mm for that.
Yeah.
Okay, you sure could. So yeah, they're just out there.
My
It's best to nod along and not say anything, I find.
My unit of measurement I use in my head is for money is $24, because that's how much it costs for me to sharpen a knife. So that's how many knives I have to sharpen for that thing. So a lot of things have been like, that's like six sharpenings to buy that.
I use Chipotle burritos, which have become remarkably expensive, and something that you might buy every day at 12:30 in the afternoon, right?
Yeah.
So if a Chipotle burrito is $16, right, and your new sharpening stone is $70, what's the problem? It's 4 burritos. Pack a lunch, fatso. Pack a lunch for a week, and you can buy yourself the right stone you need. You don't. That's my favorite measurement.
My sharpenings to how much fun I'm allowed to have is it keeps me in work, it keeps me working, keeps knives flowing in because I want to spend it.
Yep.
However, there's a glitch in the system, and the glitch is if it's money I made from selling knives, that doesn't apply to that money, which is a problem because I just sold $3,000 or $4,000 worth of knives. I should have that much more money, but a lot of it's already escaped my bank account to other places because it didn't count. I sold a knife. I've had that knife for like 2 years. It's like lost. It's like found money.
Very true.
How many knives do I need to? Yeah. Or Bitcoin.
Lift Heavy has 4 Glocks. All right, take me through it. You have the large frame 9. You have the small frame 9. What else do you have?
Gotta have a 45.
Did you get a 10mm maybe?
Ooh, 10mm is bigger than 45, right?
Oh, by the way, I'm not giving anything away here. Jeff's bed knife or bed gun, the gun he wears to bed is a 10mm. Like, hey, stay out of Jeff's house at night. Don't go there. I love my 45. Absolutely. 45s are great.
Jeff's bed gun. It's kind of like when I went to dinner with Jeff and some friends, and they made Jeff look like he wasn't carrying anything.
He has no less than 3 knives, no less than 3 tourniquets. So he will stab you and then stop the bleeding. Yeah, bed gun. I want to get there someday. Someday I'll be that cool.
When I first got a gun a long time ago, I was like, where should it go? Nightstand. That lasted for like a day before that bad idea got vetoed by the wife and me for just sticking it in a drawer like no big deal. So now it stays in the safe.
It should be in the nightstand, but it shouldn't be in the nightstand naked, right?
Yeah. Mine was just like, I'm just going to throw it in there because
having it in the safe just doesn't help you when you need it.
But I know, but I don't use it for that purpose in this house. It's just for shooting
They
stuff.
they make safes that are safe in the bedroom.
Mhm.
But man, oh man, with little fingers running around the house, gotta hide it. Great. Now I need a 10 millimeter.
There's your kind of people, Marcus.
Marcus
Marco.
Gomez prefers a SIG. Yeah, bro, definitely. Well, let's see. So Thursday, 9 o'clock,
Thursday,
we're
drawing.
gonna do a drawing.
This same prizes. This is like 30 something prizes, 40 prizes, 40 prizes.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Um,
You know who commented on the giveaway post? Steven Thompson. He popped
Steven
out.
Thompson.
He's like, yeah, when I said it's been 7 years, he's popped out. Of course he did, because he's been here the whole time.
Yeah. I know what you're doing. You're trying to goad me into doing his voice. I know what you're doing.
Well, kind of. But I just honestly was like, look who's here.
You do not want to do a pocket dump with Jeff. I speak from experience. Jeff, you know as well as anyone.
Like, I don't wear cargo pants, but I understand why Jeff would wear cargo pants.
Right. If you're at work and you miss your name, fear not. We will reach out to you. You do not need to be present to win. If you enter more than once, we'll do our best to delete out your entries more than once, and we will ask you in a sternly worded letter, knock it off.
If you enter more than once, I choose the entry that stays in. I don't delete them all, but I get rid of all the good ones, like the ones that are going to win.
Right.
Like 420-69.
By the way, you're just as likely to get a number between 1 and 1,000 as you are to get a number between 17,000 and 18,000. So Tom and I noticed that the bulk of the winners have 5-digit numbers, but that's because the bulk of the numbers are 5-digit numbers. It feels weird when you're not used to working with randomness, but the randomness is truly random. So don't give a slip after the fact about how 13 wasn't chosen.
Here's for an example. I'm looking at the answers on my screen right here. I can see 9 responses to the survey of what number you were choosing is. Of those 9 numbers, only 3 of them have 5 digits. Everyone else is like literally 7 is one of them, 777 is one of them, and 77 is one of them. So if you're thinking 7s is going to be a good way to do it, so is everybody else. So if you want to win and not double up, pick a number that's no one's going to pick. Oh, here's one. I know who picked this one. 69-420 is literally right here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the lottery, guys. You only need one number to win.
When I was watching this earlier, one of the first ones that went up was over 1 million. I did see that. They're like, yep.
That's a great way to lose. Pick something beyond the realm of what we're choosing from.
Yeah. This year I did put a little like in parentheses, like will be used to pick a winner. So remember it. That's always the problem when I have like multiple winners with the same number. I'm like, or name. I'm like, what number did you choose? I don't know. Great. Did you enter? No. Well, then you didn't win.
Gotta enter, brother.
Oh, I did. I didn't know that. All righty.
He already forgot his number. Don't worry. It's recorded in the archives of the Billy Club share drive.
Yes. It's on a form. We'll contact you if you want, but it's more fun to watch the drawing if you know what your number is.
So it's going to be Thursday, 9 o'clock Eastern. We're going to do a drawing. It'd be quite a celebration. I'll pour myself another glass of single batch, and we'll have a lovely time.
It'll be a blast. It always is.
It's quite possible we'll get some more prizes between now and then as well. Smoky Mountain Knife Works, I reached out to Tyler, and Tyler was like, hell yeah, man, we're in. Let me figure out what to do. I was like, no problem. And then I reached out to another knife store, and they said, we'd love to, but what are you thinking? And I said, whatever you want. I could be a t-shirt. I don't care. Just something cool. And they were like, oh, okay. Well, we could do that. So, okay, great. So, everything's welcome. We're grateful for all of it. Every bit of it. I hoped that, Tom, that the group would get like this, but I had no idea it would. It's one thing to hope for it, but to see your dream come true is just really amazing. So
it really is pretty amazing.
It's incredible. Get all windy for a minute. I'm glad that you're all here. Glad you're all part of the group. I'm glad that 1/3 of our members are from other countries. I'm glad that we have over 3% women. How about that, Tom?
Over 3% now.
Over 3%. It's amazing. We've got ones of women in our group. We have people from all over the world. We have people from there are people in our groups that I didn't know their countries had internet. Myanmar. We have members from Burma. We have members from Cambodia. We have members from Russia. We have members from Uzbekistan. Name a country, they're here. And I'm so excited. I'm glad they're all here. I think it makes it more fun. Anyway, thanks for making it 7 years. Thanks for being a part of it.
Thank you.
Tom, you got anything?
I'm just literally, it's like one of my favorite days of the year, October 19th. I love celebrating this. I love getting to put the giveaway up. I love getting to come on FFIB and talk about it. If you're watching this, thank you for joining us on the little auxiliary part of the group, but post away, have fun, celebrate today by throwing a post up for me and just say something cool, show your knife off, whatever. The reason that this group is so cool is because members give it the vibe. So thank you. 7 years flown by, and this has always been there for the 7 years of my life. I've never lost touch with it. It's not something I forgot about and came back to. It's been my rock. It's been always there.
I've been fed up and had to leave for a week, but yeah, I came back.
Yeah.
North Korea. You know what? I haven't looked in a while, but I'll look and see if anybody's from North Korea.
This guy with a funny haircut from North Korea.
When I saw Myanmar on the list, I was like, whoa, that's wild. We have some countries with some terrible turmoil, and to have people join from there, it's pretty cool.
I've learned how different countries' alphabets look a lot by approving member requests from around the world. Because sometimes I'm like, where's that from?
Yeah. Yep. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for a wonderful 7 years. Thanks for being part of the group. We're going to go now. I'm Jason. That's Tom. We're Finger Flicked and Box. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on Thursday when we do the giveaway.
Peace out.
Day moist.
Moist.